Hi, this is Sarah Sims, and you're watching the latest dance music masterclass for computer music. Today we're going to check out how to make a melody like Avicii. To start off, I'm just going to play through this melody. So this is the melody from Avicii's SOS, and let's just break down how to compose something like this. This melody is composed of 3 different layers. The first one I'm made in Nexus here, and it's the Mute Guitars 2 preset, and I've turned off the delay and the reverb. The first part of the melody here is just a 1-bar idea. Starts off using the same 2 notes, then there's an ascending line and a descending line. To go from a 1-bar idea to a 4-bar idea, let's have a look at how we can do that here. So this particular melody is what's called an A, B melodic form. And what that means is the melody from bar 1 is repeated in bar 2. It's also repeated in bar 3. In bar 4, the first part of the melody from bars 1 and 3 is repeated, but then there's a different melodic idea at the end. So we can see these sections are A, and B. Let's have a listen to this. On the sound design side, the only processing that I have going on is I'm sending to a reverb FabFilter's Pro R with a medium hall. Oh, and I was also trying out Mixing Keys' new plugin. It's called Human, so it adds a human groove. You can certainly try that on your melodies. Something to try out. Let's go on to the third part of the melody. And in this last step here, there's a lot of stutter notes that are added. And what I mean by that are like small notes that come before some of the main notes, just to add some variation and keep the melody moving along here. So there's the first bar, there's the second bar. So let's have a look at these bars here. So we can see in bar 1, there's some extra notes added, and then another thing that I've done to make this song, to make this melody more like Avicii's SOS, is I've made the note lengths a little bit different. So some of these note lengths are longer, and then some of them are a little bit shorter. In the second bar here, instead of repeating exactly what happens in the first bar, there's some melodic and some rhythmic variations just before the third beat here. In the third bar, if we go to the third bar is exactly like the first bar. So if we play this through, and then the fourth bar here has the same kind of variations that the third bar did. So this brings the listener's ear kind of back home. Where's my mouse here? Because there's a familiar kind of rhythmic concept at the end there that we've also heard in the second bar. So this is the melody in short. Let's have a look at how we can layer this to make a bigger sound. So if we go to the second layer here, the second layer is Mixing Keys' Captain Play Epic. I've chosen the Mute Guitar preset, and on the sound design side, I just brought down the global reverb because we're going to send this to an external reverb. It's easier for processing. And then there's a tiny bit of global delay that's been added. There's already global delay on the sound. I just brought this down a little bit. So let's hear what this second layer sounds like, and it's being sent to the reverb as well. And then lastly, there's a pluck sound for serum for the third and final layer. So this is just a pluck sound from a preset. You can find a nice pluck sound on your own there, and you may want to take that decay down a little bit. Let's go ahead and play this through. We'll hear how it sounds. So pretty basic pluck sound there. And then I've just added Soundtoys Echo Boy with a quarter note delay, just adding a tiny little bit of this, just to give this layer a little bit more movement. So we can hear that Echo Boy on the sound. Let's go ahead and we'll play all through these leads together. You might have to adjust your levels a little bit, kind of mix them all in there. So I hope you enjoyed learning these melody writing techniques. Try using them in your own music and see what happens. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next masterclass.